Please be seated. Good evening. My co-advisor, Paul Crowell, and I welcome you to the induction ceremony of Port Huron Northern's chapter of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society was founded by Edward Rynerson in 1921 to create an organization that would recognize and encourage academic achievement while developing other characteristics essential to citizens in a democracy. These ideals of scholarship, character, service, and leadership remain as relevant today as they were in 1921. Now, 85 years later, the National Honor Society has established a reputation for excellence among the administration, faculty members, students, parents, and residents of our school's community. This reputation is the result of years of commitment on the part of everyone involved. We have gathered together to celebrate the 121 remarkable juniors and seniors, individuals who have chosen an honorable and accomplished course for their lives despite the challenges and distractions along the way. This is their night, one they will long remember because it acknowledges their incredible achievements in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Thank you all for attending this special ceremony this evening. It is the support and presence of families, faculty, administration, and friends that lends an even greater meaning to this evening. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce the special people on stage tonight helping us with our induction ceremony. Our NHS officers are President Sunita Paknikar, Vice President Nate Wine, Secretary Rachel Brooks, Treasurer Brittany Van Rapphorst, and Historian Kim Thomas. We are also pleased to have with us our Principal, Mr. Craig Delkey, and our special guest speaker from the Port Huron Area School District, Mr. Thomas Shorkey, Superintendent. Thank you all for joining us and for making this evening a very special and proud evening for all of our new members. And before we begin, I would like to thank our induction ceremony chairperson, Rebecca Elsner, and her committee for all their hard work in preparing for this special occasion. I would also like to acknowledge our talented musician this evening, Kim Thomas, for her beautiful piano piece. Thank you for your wonderful contributions this evening. And at this time, I'd like to invite our principal, Mr. Craig Delkey, for a few words.
I also would like to welcome each of you here, family and students. I think it's quite an accomplishment, and I think all of you parents should be very proud. And I'm going to start off, I know this is not a cheering type of thing, but right now, let's give a round of applause to the students that we're going to honor tonight. And as I said, this is quite an accomplishment, students, but I will put the challenge to you that for your remaining time here at Northern High School, it is a challenge. It's not just the accomplishment of becoming a member, it's the challenge of upholding what the membership stands for. So I'll put that challenge to you, and I'm sure it's not going to be a problem for any of you, and you'll continue to make your parents proud, and there'll be plenty of proud moments ahead. And with that, I'll turn the program over to Sunita.
Good evening and welcome to the 2006 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Tonight we are honored to have Mr. Thomas Shorkey speaking to the inductees. Mr. Shorkey's career in education has included the opportunity to teach at both the high school and elementary level. He was the principal of Marine City High School for 7 years and the assistant superintendent in East China prior to being named superintendent of that district in 1989. He has also served as the Royal Oak superintendent from 2002 to 2005. He was appointed interim superintendent for the Port Huron Area School District in August of 2005. Mr. Shorkey has a bachelor's and master's degree from Michigan State University and an educational specialist degree from Wayne State University. Please welcome Mr. Thomas Shorkey.
Thank you very much. It's my honor to speak tonight, and on behalf of the Board of Education and the administration of the Port Huron Area Schools, I'd like to say good evening to parents. There are some grandparents, faculty, friends, and especially to our new inductees who will be honored in a short period. What we didn't tell the new inductees, so they wouldn't be too nervous, is there's one more test to take before you get involved with the National Honor Society. But the interesting thing is we're going to have your parents and grandparents and friends take the same test. I got a new high-level piece of technology that can tell what your answers are. So I want you to take this first 4-point test for me. Are you ready up there? Okay. Question number 1. Bill Gates is one of the wealthiest men, one of the top 3 wealthiest men in the entire world. I just don't want it out loud because I know you all know the answer because you're getting into the National Honor Society tonight. So just keep it to yourself, but in your mind, answer the question, who is one of the other number 2 or number 3 people in the world in that category? Okay? And, well, I get my technology out. Ooh. Well, not quite so good on that one. Let's go to the second question. We all know the World Series is going on right now. Detroit Tigers, St. Louis Cardinals. That's easy. Now, question number 2 on your quiz. Who played in last year's World Series? What 2 teams? Yeah, you have a couple more seconds. Just a minute. Got to check it. Well, gee, the answers aren't too good over here either. Down there. Okay, well, we're getting a little better. Third question. Billions of dollars a year are spent on movies, DVDs, motion picture industry. The biggest award ceremony they have are the Oscars, the Academy Awards. Third question. Who was the best actor and actress at last year's event? Well, we got a couple over there. All right, not that great. All right. All we've seen for the last couple of months, probably longer than that, are political ads. And we all know that Governor Jennifer Granholm is running against Dick DeVos. It's been all over the news for months. 4 years ago, we went through the same thing. All right, National Honor Society inductees, who did Jennifer Granholm beat 4 years ago? I'm not sure about this crowd tonight. Okay, let's do the second part of the test. I want everybody to participate in this also. I want you to think, in your career, being in school, K through college for our audience, K through whatever grade you're in, inductees, right at the tip of your tongue, think of the most favorite teacher you've had during that time period. Just, it comes right to you. Sister Jovita for me, 11th grade, remember that. Everybody's got that answer, correct? Easy. I mean, if I got, well, I better check though. Oh yeah, we're way up here. Now we're on to something. Now, what you need to do is take a one-word description of that favorite teacher you had. Well, you know what's interesting? Some people up there have their kindergarten and first grade teacher. Oh, somebody that they had in class today. That's really good. Now, think of that person, no matter when you had them, and think of a one-word description for that favorite teacher you had along the way. Boy, that doesn't take long. Caring, sense of humor, fun, smart, liked kids. Oh, boy, those questions were a lot easier than those first 4. Let me ask you another one. If you really got in trouble, I mean, you were really in trouble, and you could only make one phone call, and we're talking big trouble, who would you call? I don't have to get the pen out of my pocket to know. I already know their answer up there. Mom, Dad, a couple grandmas, my best friend, my brother, my sister. You know what's kind of funny about that? Nobody said Bill Gates. Nobody said Jim Leland. But when we talk about the people who have really made a difference in your life, we're all on the edge of our seats because we know who those people are. We know what teachers have made a difference for us. We know that it's our family members. We know we've got some best friends that we can count on. We're all in this room tonight because we know you can do it in the classroom. You're here because academically you performed, and you meet the other criteria with National Honor Society. But I think the thing that we overlook so often in this world is really caring about the people who care about us. And I think each of you in those seats tonight are in those seats because somebody down here or somebody at home really cared about you and said a few things along the way, like shut off the TV, come on in, there might be a little time for homework, or talked about things at the dinner table about what happened at school, went on special trips, piqued your interest on a number of items. And I think what you need to remember is you can have a 4.0 or you can have a 3.98, but you've really got to care about the people who cared for you. One little brief story, and then we'll go on with our ceremony. And it occurred in Texas, and it was in San Antonio. And it was National Basketball Association finals about 5 years ago. Portland Trail Blazers were in San Antonio to play the Spurs. And what they did in Texas is they had a little contest throughout the state of Texas for school-age children. If you wanted to have the opportunity to sing the national anthem at an NBA game, you could enter this contest. And this little 8th grade girl from a small town in Texas was selected to sing the national anthem before the first game of the San Antonio Spurs Portland Trail Blazers. 8th grade, 13 years old, 20,000 people in the arena, mom and dad, national TV cameras. She stepped out to sing that anthem, and she got started, and they showed mom and dad, you know, proud in the stands, and she froze up. She couldn't remember the words. And she was standing probably 20 yards from anybody else out on this basketball floor. There was a hush. Nobody said anything in the arena. Nobody said anything on TV. When about 20 yards away were the Portland Trail Blazers. Their coach was Maurice Cheeks, known as Mo Cheeks. Mo Cheeks left his team, walked over behind that young girl, stood next to her for a moment, put his hand on her shoulder, and started to sing the national anthem. They both sang together, then everybody joined in. They showed mom and dad, tears streaming down their face. It was a great human interest story. But more importantly, it was after the game when the reporter said to Mo Cheeks, "Didn't know you could sing, Mo." He says, "I don't think I can. Never sang the anthem. I don't even think I know the words." They said, "Well, why did you do what you did?" He said, "That young girl needed somebody to do something." And I looked around and I thought, why shouldn't it be me? And he walked over there and did that one little gesture that was recorded on national TV that made the difference in the life of that child. And what we all need to do, and you as students, as you go through your next couple of years of high school, is we've got to look for those opportunities when we can put hands on each other's shoulders and help somebody. And it's so often in the world we live in, you know, Fox News or whatever, they're always so quick to report on what went wrong and the negative part of society and whatever. But really what's made us great as a country, as a public school system, is people helping each other. So I want you to keep up those good grades. I want to see all of you in the same chairs next year or on stage planning this event. But remember to care about the people who care for you, do those little things for other people, and keep studying. Thank you.
We would like to thank Mr. Shorkey with this gift from Christopher's Flowers. The membership of the Port Huron Northern Chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities held in high esteem by the Society. 4 of our officers will review these qualities for the candidates.
Good evening. My office is scholarships. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for an education only ends with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success and can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the chance to continue to expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Thank you.
My office is service. Service can be described in many ways. In the routine of a day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without momentary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
My office is leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members.
My office is character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
We will now present the candidates for introduction tonight. Would the first row stand up, please? Yeah. And proceed towards the stage. Christy Amstutz. Autumn Atkinson. Chad Atwood. Chad Bonnick. Logan Beaver. Marley Borovich. Randy Bradley. Sarah Brennan. Aaron Bryce. Elizabeth Busticker. Casey Campbell. Amber Cohenauer. Kelly Corsetti. Jack Curry. Michael Crawford. Jeffrey Dell. Ryan Doherty. Emily Dreyer. Tiffany Drollinger. Chelsea Dupree. Catherine Durecka. Amber Ernst. Andrew Fadell. Josh Fagan. Cassandra Ferrugia. Sarah Fagan. Shelby Fair. Taylor Fogelsong. William Fowler. Brittany Fulgrap. Ryan Gaffney. Jasmine Garcia. Andrew Gall. Lauren Gilbert. Lindsay Getz. Justin Gamalach. Kelly Gosger. Tyler Gostinger. Joseph Grant. Veronica Chase. Hussein Haidar. Asif Haq. Brett Harrell. Eric Harrington. Mary Healy. Matthew Herm. Rebecca Hill. Rachel Jacobson. Poonam Jawani. Elizabeth Kelly. Andrew Kircher. Joel Klaas. James Kobe. Catherine Kurkowski. David LaBelle. Christopher Lahar. Alina Langolf. Eric Langolf. Heather Langolf. Caitlin Langolf. Adele Lawrence. Taylor Lees. Lawrence Laritz. Travis Lidke. Rebecca Linder. Emma Linney. Michelle Mastria. Jennifer Maxwell. Carolyn Meyer. Tiffany Myers. Katie Miller. Haley Morgan. Emily Muir. Jana Knackley. Robert Noble. Aaron Northrup. Nathan Nosar. Elizabeth Parr. Brooke Petho. Jordan Picklehout. Paul Prax. Emily Quinn. Carlin Rabideau. Rochelle Randall. Christopher Rasmussen. Rachna Reddy. Christopher Richmond. Heather Robbins. AJ Rogers. Eric Ruel. Payam Sadri. Michelle Sandler. Mallory Sheeman. Carrie Schmidt. Amanda Scott. Kelsey Semro. Abigail Seraphin. Julia Shankar. Jordan Snellenberger. Tyrion Thomas. Miss. Sean Tynan. Tiffany Sparling. Kayla Valancourt. Andrea Vardy. Cody Veers. Bradley Ward. Allison Waters. Richard West. Jenna Wiley. Caitlin Wilkinson. Amber Wilson. Ashley L. Wilson. Ashley N. Wilson. Michael Wodrinski. Megan Drakowski. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2006 class of the Port Huron Northern Honor Society. And here's President Sunita again.
Will the inductees please stand? The candidates will now repeat the pledge. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Congratulations again to our new members. We look forward to a promising year. A reception will be held afterwards, and a reminder to all new members and current members, there's a meeting tomorrow morning at 7:10 a.m. in the Performing Arts Center. Also, for senior members who are attending, make sure you see Joan Patrick to make sure you get your hour of service points. Thank you and good evening.